Now on Nightside, the Spokane Valley City Council votes on if it's not a sanctuary city and what it means for the community.
We have more cool, showery spring weather on the way, but I'm also tracking a warm-up in time for the weekend in your first alert forecast.
Plus, what it could mean for a North Idaho school district if an upcoming May levy fails. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks so much for staying up with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice, new on Nightside tonight.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
What you just heard was the Spokane Valley City Council passing a resolution stating that the city is not a sanctuary city and that it does not agree with the Keep Washington Working Act. The vote passed 5-2 with council members Wick and Higgins opposing. The resolution says the state law, which prohibits local law enforcement from helping federal agencies enforce immigration law, gets in the way of local law enforcement's ability to keep the public safe. However, immigration advocates say the Keep Washington Working Act allows people to feel comfortable calling for help when they need it, regardless of immigration status.
Sanctuary cities are actually safer in general compared to other states that are not. And they're safer because immigrants know that, if I call the ambulance right now for help, I'm not going to be questioned first about my immigration status.
Spokane County Sheriff's Office, which contracts with the Spokane Valley Police Department, says regardless of this resolution, it'll continue to operate the same and follow the Keep Washington Working Act. Students in the Lakeland School District could lose teachers and extracurricular activities if an upcoming May levy fails. This proposal is a reduced version of the supplemental levy that failed in November. This comes after months of discussion. The proposed levy is $2 million less per year than the previous one. This could mean staffing cuts, and it requires high schools to reduce their budgets by $85,000.
It's a little disheartening just hearing that some of the community isn't supporting it. I mean, we're trying to help the kids. Everyone says it's for the kids. However, it's not coming across that way.
Now, board members feel this is the best way forward, with one calling it the only logical option for the district. The district will hold town hall meetings throughout the rest of the month to answer questions on the levy. You can find information on those on KXLY.com. Providence's Behavioral and Emotional Skills Training Program, or BEST, celebrated 30 years of helping thousands of kids across the Inland Northwest overcome mental health challenges. Nolan Moon is one of the patients who received help through this program. Nolan is just 12 years old and says he was dealing with Tourette syndrome and suicidal thoughts. These challenges got worse when he entered middle school last year, so a school counselor recommended the BEST program. After weeks of therapy, Nolan said he noticed improvements, and he's since graduated from the program.
My internal voice pretty much stopped. I don't got that thing no more. My suicidal thoughts have just kind of disappeared.
Now, these are the patients that Providence celebrated today. For more information on the program, you can visit KXLY.com. Homeless women and their kids have a new place to stay warm at night. Knox Presbyterian Church in Spokane is opening a new shelter in its gym. It's operating as another shelter in the city's scattered shelter model. This new shelter will hold up to 30 people supporting women and their families, and also dealing with health issues and women who are actively in rehab. Neighbors say that focus helps ease some concerns about the shelter opening here.
I didn't really have a problem with the women's shelter, mainly because, it was going to be only like 20 to 30 beds. If it'd been the other shelters, then I may have had a little bit of problem.
Now, Craig Williams also told us he doesn't believe it'll cause a ruckus in his neighborhood, but some people we spoke with today say they're furious about its opening. Well, just a few more days of wet weather, then it looks like spring may be here to stay. Here's Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Yes, some beautiful weather ahead for the weekend. In the short term, more days like today will be in and out of the clouds with a few sprinkles or showers and cooler weather. Our time lapse from today, we really cleared out for a beautiful evening after a fairly gray day and an active day in some locations. Brandon Clearwater shared this photo of a cold air funnel at northeast of Post Falls about 10:45 this morning. Very cold air aloft, a typical springtime weather pattern. afternoon, and we tend to get those this time of year. On our satellite and radar, though, the last of the showers have come to an end for the time being. We've cleared out nicely as well. We're headed down to overnight lows in the 30s and a dry start to the day. Here's our hour-by-hour forecast for Wednesday. 34 degrees to start the day, partly sunny skies through around 10 a.m. Then we start to bring the slight chance of showers into the forecast by 11 a.m. More likely, those showers will bubble up in the heat of the afternoon convection, late afternoon, early evening before things dry out. High temperature of 51 degrees, closer to average, not quite there yet, but there is warmer weather coming in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, looking forward to it. The Spokane River Run Marathon Series will be returning April 27th. This event features runs for every type of runner, from a 5K to a 50K and a 25K tag team relay. The race route runs along Riverside State Park, giving views of the Spokane River. It features all different types of terrain. The organizers are currently looking for volunteers and sponsors. To learn how to register, you can visit our website, KXLY.com.
After splitting their season opening series against the Athletics, Seattle Mariners now turn to another American League foe in the Detroit Tigers, attempting to avenge last night's loss. Tigers already leading 2-0 in the first inning. 2 men on for Seattle with a pair of outs. Casey Mize shuts it down. Shutout, first frame. Now to the third. Same score. Spencer Torkelson drives to the right field corner. It's down just there. In comes Zach McKinstry. It's a 3-0 ball game. Seattle is still blanked now going into the 6th inning. And what a snag at first from Torkelson. Amazing grab, torquing his body around there. Sorry for the pun. Getting the first out of the 6th. Seattle head to nada that inning too. Top of the 8th, and another big hit for Motown. This one's a doozy to left. Riley Green scores Detroit's 4th run, and that puts this game to bed. The M's fall 4-1 to drop to a 2-4 record this season. Tonight's L also locks in a series loss against the Tigers. Dating back to last year, Seattle is just 1-7 in their last 8 meetings against Detroit, so not ideal. We'll be back later in the show for more baseball action closer to home with the Spokane Indians about to start up. Derek, back to you.
All right, a lot of Mariners fans frustrated already, Jack. Thank you. Actor Val Kilmer, who's been battling throat cancer for years, died this evening at the age of 65. Kilmer was best known for playing roles like Jim Morrison in The Doors, Iceman in Top Gun, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and Batman in Batman Forever. His daughter said his cause of death was pneumonia. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson weighed in on the proposed state budgets, what tax he wants to have removed from the proposal.
Palouse Falls, what a beautiful photo. This is from Lori Pence, who said this was on her bucket list, captured this image last week, and it is striking. What a special place. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Stay up and we'll scream together.
The director last minute told me to grope this guy, and it really didn't go well.
It did.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. 4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6,000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6,000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate based on current utility rebates. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
Quality Spas, the little store in North Spokane that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas in the region. Featuring Cal Spas made right here in the United States, is having a trade-in sale, which means if you have an older tub you'd like to trade in and upgrade to a nicer, newer one loaded with jets, the pros at Quality Spas will give you up to $2,000 for your old one. So you can sit back, relax, and save in a new hot tub for less.
pay is always put the ones he loves first. But when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own maintenance take a back seat. Well, maybe it's time to shift gears on that. Aspen Dental has complete, affordable care all under one roof. Plus, free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance and 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Making it easier to get started with quality care. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
All right, so let's begin.
Spend 2025 with Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oh, no one else is clapping?
New Kimmel, weeknights on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
In Washington, D.C., President Trump is calling tomorrow Liberation Day and is planning on imposing more tariffs tomorrow. Consumers and economists alike are weighing in. ABC's Melissa Adon has the story.
Wall Street is bracing for a major escalation in President Trump's global trade war. The stock market closing with mixed results in what's been a volatile trading week ahead of Wednesday's event. The president calling it Liberation Day, promising to impose reciprocal tariffs on imports from American trade partners. These tariffs, he says, will free the U.S. from a reliance on foreign goods.
They're reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were.
The president says his goal is to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., the White House teasing it as a landmark day in the nation's history.
You should trust what this president did for you in his first term. He effectively utilized tariffs while driving down inflation.
While the scale and targets of Trump's tariffs are still unclear, economists warn the cost to American consumers could be steep. Tariffs are taxes on imported products paid by American businesses who then raise prices for consumers. Experts caution it will take years to shift manufacturing to the U.S., meaning prices could skyrocket on everything from electronics and apparel to cars and groceries should they decide to purchase those products. Some shoppers say they're worried.
Canned goods might go up because of the tin, like all these prices, and they're just going to be rolled right into the consumer's pocketbook.
But others say the president's policies deserve a chance.
Is it going to work? I hope so. And that's it. I'm willing to give him a chance on trying everything it is to help our country.
World leaders critical of the tariffs.
We have everything we need to protect our people and our prosperity. We have the largest single market in the world. We have the strength to negotiate.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The 25% tariffs on imported cars and parts are set to take effect this Thursday, but what many haven't realized is how these tariffs impact not just buying a car, but owning one as well. Higher vehicle costs could lead to higher insurance costs. Plus, tariffs on steel and aluminum could make car repairs more costly.
If you need to repair your car, it costs you a little more money. Same thing when the dealer takes in a trade-in, they have to recondition the vehicle, they have to repair the vehicle, be selling standards. That will add cost as well.
Now, those in states near Canada, like all of us here in the inland Northwest, could also see an increase in gas prices.
Northern states, states in New England, along the Midwest, all those states that are closest to Canada do rely on gasoline from Canada in many cases, so they could be seeing some effects.
Now, believe it or not, right now, the national average on gas is 40 cents lower per gallon than it was at this time last year. In Olympia, Washington lawmakers are working hard at state budget proposals. But today, Governor Bob Ferguson gave his thoughts on why one of the proposed taxes isn't going to work. Albert James has the story.
If the legislature wishes to complete our work on time, they need to immediately move the budget discussions in a significantly different direction.
Governor Ferguson says budget proposals from fellow Democrats in control of the legislature aren't close to where he'd want them to be to get his signature. While he acknowledged the state can't solely rely on cuts to close its budget shortfall, he says there are far too much in taxes in the Democratic proposals. He singled out the idea of instituting a tax on the assets of wealthy individuals, concerned about how successful it would be in the long term and if it's even constitutional.
The legal arguments for a wealth tax are untested. The courts could go either way on that issue. It would be irresponsible to rely on an untested new tax to balance our budget
While he didn't comment on other revenue proposals because of ongoing negotiations, he raised concerns around a Senate Democratic idea to tap into state reserve funding. He says that money is key at a time where there's a lot of uncertainty with tariffs, funding cuts, and other actions from the other Washington.
Hope is not a strategy with Donald Trump. Take my word on that. I am not going to allow the state that I love to be at the financial mercy of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. That is not going to happen.
Before the governor spoke, Democratic leaders said a lot of conversations would be taking place over the next few weeks to get one budget across the finish line.
We have lots of plans B, C, and D. We're going to have good, productive conversations, and we fully intend to give him a budget and a set of revenue bills that he will support and can sign.
Legislators have to pass a budget to the governor before session ends on April 27th. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
And double-digit salary increases for the governor, attorney general, and state lawmakers are set to take effect on July 1st. However, a referendum could delay or even derail those raises. If 154,000 signatures are collected and turned in from registered voters by May 13th, a referendum could be added to the ballot in November. If successful, the raises will be put on hold until voters decide whether to approve or reject the entire salary schedule. People tried for a referendum like this as recently as 2019, but it failed to reach the ballot. All right, it is April Fool's Day, so you do have to be on your toes a little bit. But, Chris, this post out of Liberty Lake might have fooled a few people today.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if it hadn't come from Jeff O'Shea, who a friend of the program here, who sends us photos, I would have fallen for it. It's the Liberty Lake Ski Resort. He sent a press release along with it as well. But what's interesting about these ski runs at Liberty Lake, this has not been photoshopped or altered or edited. Jeff says last summer there was some logging done there on the mountain above Liberty Lake, and they did not realize until winter came and the snow fell how much it looked like ski runs. And I guess it's been a running joke in Liberty Lake all winter. But it was I would like to believe that we could have a ski resort so close to Spokane. And thank you for the laugh, Jeff. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a little bit drier on Wednesday, a little bit warmer, mainly mountain showers during the day. There is a warming trend in our forecast, and we are still on track for a spectacular warm, sunny weekend. Let's do our forecast radar starting off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with a few mountain snow showers in the central panhandle. We're going to be dry most of the day, and then we'll start to see some mountain showers develop in the afternoon through the northeast mountains and North Idaho. By 5 o'clock, those could start to drift down into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. If you do get any rain at your place, it won't last long and will not amount to much more than a few sprinkles. Now, as we get into Thursday, that's a different story. We have a better chance of more widespread precipitation starting around 2 p.m. with some afternoon convection. Wouldn't rule out an isolated thunderstorm, and then we begin drying out again Thursday night for a dry and sunny Friday, and that is going to include warmer weather as high pressure builds in. Wednesday's high temperatures still running a bit below average in the 40s in Pullman, St. Mary's, Kellogg, and Coeur d'Alene. 47 tomorrow in Sandpoint, 50 in Bonners Ferry, and we'll be in the 50s in Spokane and Colville, as well as Ritzville and Moses Lake, right around the Spokane area. Staying in the 40s in Spirit Lake and Hayden, and again Coeur d'Alene, but we'll be in the 50s elsewhere, including 53 in Meade and downtown, and 54 degrees at 9 Mile. Meanwhile, your high temperature trend over the next 7 days, we're going from a little below average to right about average Thursday to this fabulous warming trend that looks like it will peak on Sunday at 67 degrees. We'll start to cool down a little bit as we get into early next week, but will likely stay in the 60s through at least the middle of next week with above average temperatures heading into Friday as well. So get used to some more spring-like weather. Only a 20% chance of measurable rain tomorrow. It goes up to 30% on Thursday. So we're not talking about a day-long rain event, just those spotty spring showers. And then it is sunshine Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and a slight chance of rain back in the forecast on Monday. Derek.
All right, yeah, looking good. A local wellness clinic is holding a local food drive. What you can do to help next.
Later tonight on Nightline, the rape survivor who won hearts across France and around the world, her husband, convicted of repeatedly assaulting her for over a decade and inviting others to participate. How she blazed a trail for others.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
No matter what your children's dreams might be or how often they might change, with the Get College Saving Program, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future. Build it at 529.wa.gov.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers. Integrated, innovative, inspired.
Check it out. At Planet Fitness, you can get free fitness training.
We're mixing it up.
We're not slowing down. I'm checking my form.
55, lifting 70.
You coming? Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 11th.
92.9 CCU.
Bill's Heating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system tune-up for only $59. And we'll include a free smart thermostat. That's right, top quality HVAC service and a smart thermostat, all for just $59. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 HVAC tune-up today.
No matter what your children's dreams might be or how often they might change, with the Get College Saving Program, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future. Build it at 529.wa.gov.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Welcome back. A 97-year-old Holocaust survivor shared her story at the Spokane Convention Center tonight. Helga Melmet was sent to Auschwitz when she was just 13 years old. She says she befriended 3 other girls at the concentration camp that she calls her camp sisters. She says they still keep in touch and plan to meet in Germany for the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II.
You need somebody or something that you're attached to and love, and you need to respect your fellow person and try and speak out.
Now, Melman says she's disappointed to hear people deny that the Holocaust happened or that it wasn't as bad as survivors make it seem. A local weight loss company, Spokane Wellness Group, is celebrating its 1-year anniversary by giving back to the community. The clinic offers a generic version of the popular weight loss drug Ozempic at a more affordable cost. Since opening last year, it's helped patients lose over 2,300 pounds combined. So to celebrate this milestone, it's asking patients to donate an amount of food equal to the amount of weight they've lost.
This product just changed my life, and that's why I got into it, was to this is amazing, right? So our whole process has been to try to help people, and we think it's really important to give back to our community.
At the end of April, Spokane Wellness Group will donate 2,300 pounds of food to Second Harvest. And even if you're not a patient, you can still help out. For more information, just find this story on KXLY.com. Well, armed gunmen break into former Seahawks star Richard Sherman's Seattle home in the middle of the night while his wife and children were there. Sherman sharing videos from his home surveillance system to help find the culprits. But as ABC's Melissa Adon reports, Sherman isn't the only athlete recently targeted.
Watch as a screen pops out of this window, followed by 3 armed intruders jumping onto the deck, making their escape from the suburban Seattle home of retired NFL star Richard Sherman. Sherman sharing the surveillance video on social media, along with photos of 3 masked suspects walking through his house. At least one of the intruders appears to be holding a duffel bag and a gun. The Kings County Sheriff's Office says the break-in happened just after midnight on Sunday, which happened to be Sherman's birthday. The retired defensive back says his wife and children were at the home at the time, adding that his wife kept the kids safe. Sherman says he shared the images online to get the public's help in finding the suspects. It's not clear if anything was taken. The home invasion at the Sherman home comes as the FBI has been urging professional athletes to take security precautions after a rash of burglaries targeting NBA and NFL players, including Patrick Mahomes, who said this last year after a burglary at his Kansas City home.
Obviously, it's frustrating, it's disappointing. But I mean, I can't get into too many of the details because the investigation is still ongoing. But obviously something that you don't want to happen to really anybody, but obviously yourself.
Federal prosecutors have charged 7 Chilean nationals with transporting cash and valuables stolen from the homes of half a dozen pro athletes. No one has been arrested for the home invasion at Sherman's home. Sherman says police told him the suspects raided 5 other homes in his area that night. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Pretty scary stuff. Well, he's a Spokane native returning home to play for the Spokane Indians. We'll hear from Stu Flesland after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
Wednesday night.
Don't touch me.
Relax. If you saw someone being sexually harassed by their manager, what would you do?
Wow, you are really...
Could you please stop?
Putting your hands like around her waist and stuff isn't cool.
Who will step in to help? Well, just wait until you see this, because we're not the only cameras rolling.
You're wearing your glasses.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, your spy glasses are a what would you do first?
All new Wednesday night on ABC.
Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap.
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one call that's all, guys.
You deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Welcome to What's Next. For your community, for your career, and for the healthcare field. At Carrington College, we're training the next generation of medical assisting professionals, bringing you the hands-on training to be ready for a career in a real-world healthcare setting. We're building on a proven legacy of career training, going back over half a century. So if you're ready to train for a career in medical assisting and make a difference in your community, we're ready for you.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Spokane Indians are just 3 days away from the start of their 2025 season, and despite having players from 15 states and 4 different countries, we have a Spokane native returning on home. Stu Flesland is a Mount Spokane High School and Washington Husky graduate, and last season with the low-A Fresno Grizzlies, he pitched 7 starts with a 3-3 record and a 3.91 ERA. Now, he spoke with us on his return back to the Lilac City and how it feels to be back home.
My mom got really excited about it. My dad was actually in town in Arizona, so I got to tell him first, and then my mom was, she was begging for all the information as soon as I told her about it, and then she was really excited. I can't describe how it feels yet. It doesn't feel real yet, but it's awesome.
Flesland joins an excellent pitching staff that had the second most strikeouts in the Northwest League last season. So when's opening day? Well, not too long. It's Friday at 6:35 p.m. against the Everett Aqua Sox back at Avista Stadium. Spokane Chiefs received some nice honors today now in the playoffs. Their entire first line of Shea Van Olm, Berkeley Catton, and Andrew Crystal, you've heard their names a lot, they earned WHL Western Conference All-Star nods. Van Olm earned a spot on the second All-Star team. Both Catton and Crystal got seats on the first team. Van Olm finished with his final WHL regular season with a whopping WHL leading 49 goals plus 43 assists. That's all in just 66 games. And Catton was the third leading point scorer in the league and now scored 284 points in his 197 career games. Now, last for Crystal, he led the league in scoring with 132 points in only 57 games. Just ridiculous. Scored 48 goals, one shy of Van Olm for first. Chiefs welcome the Vancouver Giants home to Spokane for Game 3 of the first round of the playoffs tomorrow night at 7. Now, it was not the Mariners' night tonight as they fall 4-1 to the Detroit Tigers, dropping Seattle's record to 0-2 in the series and 2-4 overall. Detroit combined for a one-hitter in this game. That was a hit on the leadoff first-inning single, and then the Mariners' one run coming off a Rowdy Tella's sac fly in the 7th. Seattle tries to avoid the sweep tomorrow at 1:10 p.m. Gonzaga baseball already up 4-0 on Washington State at home. Sam Stem smacking to right field makes the game 5-0 in just the first inning. All 5 runs scored with no strikes on each at-bat. But here come the Cougs. 4 runs scored now in the 8th inning. Will Cresswell bounces skipper over second. In rounds Logan Johnstone sliding and tagging, tying us at 5. And we needed extra baseball. 10th inning, Rico Longo riding the left field line, sending home 2 runs for the Cougars. They take a 7-5 lead in extras. Plenty of hype after scoring 7 straight runs. They deserve it, but Gonzaga adding a solo home run, making it a 1-run game, but the Cougs hold in the bottom of the 10th. They win it 7-6 after that incredible comeback. So what a game between the Cougs and Zags. They meet twice more this season. That's 4 weeks from now in Pullman and then back in Spokane in mid-May.
And Rico Longo, University High School grad, so pretty cool for him doing it here in Spokane.
His local ties.
Yeah,
love to see
lots of them. All right, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley Catton. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car and pay you the same day. Visit AutoNation today.
Quality Spas, the little store in North Spokane that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas in the region. Featuring Cal Spas made right here in the United States, is having a trade-in sale, which means if you have an older tub you'd like to trade in and upgrade to a nicer, newer one loaded with jets, the pros at Quality Spas will give you up to $2,000 for your old one. So you can sit back, relax, and save in a new hot tub for less.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows, made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now, when the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home, watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
A little bit warmer, just a few hit and miss showers. Things are looking up, and then the weekend comes and the sunshine returns, and we would be really excited about temperatures in the 60s had we not had that 75-degree day.
I'm still pretty
back
excited.
in March. No, I am excited too.
And I know Jack is as well, right? When you're out covering, let's say, the Velocity or the Zephyr or the Indians, it makes it much better when it's in the 50s or 60s.
Infinitely better when it's that right in the 70s. Well, funny soon.
All right, thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now Nightside. Don't forget, you can wake up with Good Morning Northwest bright and early at 5 a.m. We'll see you at 5 and 6 tomorrow night. Take care.
Oh, yeah.